Okay, welcome to the tutorial series on how to use the 10MYTT school portal. Okay, here, lesson 1, I'm going to be showing you the first thing you want to do, which is to create your section and your classes if it has not already been done for you. Okay, your suite would have been set up, some basic setup. Okay, but we want to have these tutorials just in case they weren't set up for you, so that you know exactly what to do. Okay, so the first thing is to log in with the admin details that you were provided with. Okay, you need to have a school admin, someone who helps you manage the portal. Okay, now it will lead you directly to the dashboard. Okay, if your school don't have a landing page, we can set up one for you that is connected directly to this application. Okay, but it doesn't come like out of the box. You need to make a request for it because it has you need to provide a lot of the details that is supposed to be on your front page. That's your landing page, like pictures, activities, and all of that. Okay, but basically the portal will take you straight to the admin dashboard. Okay, and then you want to create the sections. Okay, so you go to academics and click on section. Okay, it takes you to the section. Ideally you should have at least one section. To use this application, you need one section. So if I want to add a second section, for instance, if my school has a primary school and a secondary school, I could just add primary here and say save section. Okay, so it adds to the section. Okay, for best way college book, it's just a section. So I'm going to delete the primary section. Okay, so the next thing is to add the class. Okay, so I've already done that, but okay, if you wanted to do that, you would just come here and write the name of the class. Okay, maybe primary 1. Okay, and then you select the section. If there were two sections, college and primary, you'll be selecting the primary section. Okay, so that's how you create. Okay, let me just do it in practice. Maybe I'll delete it later. So let me just create ss3 and I'll select the college section and click save class. Okay, that has already been taken because I used the same. So if I said xs4, if there's anything like that, it's going to add that section. Okay, but we know that that's not correct, so I'm just going to take it off. I just want to show you how to add section and classes. You cannot add classes without adding section. That's why we had to add a section before adding the class. Okay, so you need to do this before you would be ready to send out the registration link to either the form teacher or to new parents, so they can register their students from a front end. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so you want to go to whatever your URL is, bestwithcollege.10mytt.com/registration. Okay, so whatever your URL, the URL that is provided to you by our agent, you just say your url.com/registration. Okay, I'm going to do that now. Okay, sorry, this is your URL. Okay, /online/registration. Okay, I wanted to show that to you. Okay, yeah, very important. You also need to set your start date and your end date. If you do not set this start date and end date, you would be greeted with an error message. Okay, now when you get to the admin dashboard, scroll to the end where you see under module you see registration. Okay, you click on settings and it pops open. ensure that you have enabled the registration. Okay. After registration approve mail, you can enable that. Then after registration mail send, you can enable that. Okay, but it's important that you set the start date and the end date, and should be within the time frame you want to register people. Okay, so this, I'm going to go to this link now. That's bestway.college.10nyt.com/online/registration. Okay, so it brings you here. Okay, that's why I said it's important that you have the academic year would have been set for you. Okay, it would have been set for you. That's 2024-2025 academic session. Then you select a class, and then you select a section, which is college. Okay, that's why I said it's important that you have set up the section and the class before sending out this link for either form tutors to register their students, okay, or parents who are joining your school for the first time. You can send out a form like this so they can register their words. Okay, so this is exactly how you can, this is how you can accept or implement online registration for your school. And anybody who registers on this place, they get added to your database directly. Okay, although there's a place where you need to go and approve their registration. If you want the registration to be automatic, you can also set it to be automatic. Okay, but the next stage after setting up the section and the class is to get the details of your students into your portal by using this registration link. Okay, so that's the end of the first video in the series. So you'll be provided with both your the link of your portal, which is usually the name of your school, a shortened name of your school, .10nyt.com, and then you would if you add online/registration, it'll bring you to this page, and that's where you should start registering your students. Okay, but ensure that you have set up your section and your college and your class. If it's for instance, if you have multiple classes like JSS1A, JSS1B, JSS1C, or JSS1 MRL, JSS1 Diamond, JSS1, you know, whatever beautiful name you use in, breaking classes into section, you should add them under your class. Okay, add them under your class, under the different classes. So instead of just having just JSS1, you have JSS1, Emerald, JSS1 Gold, JSS1 Diamond, just to section it. Okay, so that when you're entering the name of the student, you're entering the name of the student into that class. Okay, from here on, in the next tutorial, I'm now going to show you how to set up your subjects for each class. Okay, I'm going to record a tutorial on how you set up subjects for each class. Okay, and it's important that you do that before any other thing else. Okay, so that'll be all for now. See you in the next tutorial.